Welcome to my Call of Duty Infinite Warfare review for the PlayStation 4. I'm going to start off with what I like, and then I'll move on to what I don't like. What I like about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, well, at least in my perspective, I feel like the gun sounds are way more impactful than any other Call of Duty game before. In addition to that, the main menu, the UI here in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is nice and clean and it's efficient. And, a lot of people might say, well, Michael, why do you care about the UI? I mean, what's the deal here? Well, in other games, and a lot of other games, the UI, can sometimes be a bit of a mess. I mean, sometimes you got to sift through a bunch of menus just to try and get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see that everything's just here in one place. It's clean and it's efficient. Another thing that I think is kind of cool is that I don't know, I feel like they put more of an emphasis on ground combat this time around. In Advanced Warfare, for example, the flying mechanics, the floating mechanics, the thrusting mechanics, whatever you want to call those mechanics, it was just absolutely insane. In this game, it seems like they put kind of that stuff on the back burner and, put more of a focus, more of an emphasis on ground combat, at least from my experience. Maybe I'm not playing the game right, I'm not entirely sure, but, you can still float around, thrust around, whatever you want to say, but it just seems like it's been toned down a little bit, which, I really like the maps here, at least the ones that I played so far. They're pretty interesting. They have like this snow level. I don't know the official title for the snow level. I think it's like Frozen or something. And then in addition to that, they have like this Nuketown-esque map that's very familiar to Nuketown. Well, very similar to Nuketown, I should say. And then in addition to that, they have another map that's like this space thing. As I was playing through that space level, that really hardcore space level, I said to myself, like, you know what, this game would be great for, and this is going to sound absolutely insane, but great for some Jason X DLC. As for what I don't like, this game, it kind of feels the same. And I know a lot of people will disagree with that. A lot of people will say, what are you talking about, Michael? This Call of Duty doesn't feel like that Call of Duty. And you might, listen, we're going to agree to disagree, but I feel like not much has changed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's some different things here and there in Infinite Warfare, but for the most part, this is Call of Duty. And if you don't like Call of Duty, you're not going to like this game. If you like Call of Duty, you're more than likely going to like this game. You know what I mean? And not only that, but I feel like the game feels a little dull and uninspired. There's not all that much to it in terms of like personality. It kind of feels like a mix between Titanfall and Advanced Warfare in a way. So overall, what I'd say is, I've had fun with Infinite Warfare thus far, and if this beta is indicative of the final product, then I'd give it a thumbs up, I guess. It's not like this awe-inspiring game, like this game where my jaw is on the floor because of how impressed I am. It's certainly not the case, but at the same time, it's like this isn't necessarily like the worst game ever made. I know it's not cool and hip to like Call of Duty, but I've had fun with it, and I'm being honest with you guys. And not only that, but there is more to this game. This is just the multiplayer beta. There is zombies. There is a campaign. So if the multiplayer doesn't float your boat this time around, you can jump into zombies, or you can see what the campaign is all about. But I've had fun overall. Is it worth 60 just based off of the multiplayer beta, just based off of the multiplayer here in this beta? I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I had fun with it, but at the same time, I am a little burnt out on these Call of Duty games. Definitely give it a shot. Check it out. See if it's for you. If it's not for you, you'll know right off the bat. But those are my thoughts on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and more specifically, the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer beta for the PlayStation 4. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching. See you guys soon.